Plays the ball to João Pedro. Jack Hinchelwood into Billy Gilmore. Wide to Lamptey, but in fact we will have a stoppage. There's a Chelsea man down 10 yards inside the Brighton half. It's Nicholas Jackson. Seems to be holding his midriff, but it could be a problem with his right wrist that he injured in the first half. He went to ground and put two hands out in front of him to cushion the landing, and perhaps a bit too much pressure on that wrist, which he injured in the first half. So another break in play. Chelsea were eliminated at this stage last season against Manchester City. Brighton were dumped out in round 4, having lost on penalties to Charlton Athletic. Brighton, of course, entering the competition in the third round for the first time in their history. It looks like it's not going to be a fruitful start. 2 first round to third round introductions, I should say. Seeing a replay of Jackson's goal. Really well taken strike. Kept it low, picked out the bottom corner. We are back underway. Lamptey receives the ball from Lallana. Uses March. Then a heavy touch from Gilmore. It was a poor pass from March, really. But Chelsea able to do nothing on the counter-attack. Couldn't pick out Raheem Sterling on the left. Van Hecker now for Brighton. Igor just trying to orchestrate things in the moment, but then lays the ball square back to his centre-back partner. Lamptey again forced back. Van Hecker chips it over the top. It's just over the head of Solly March. Dizazi will pick it up for Chelsea. Knocked away long by Robert Sanchez. We've got 10 minutes still remaining in the second half. Chelsea still 1 goal to the good. Lamptey challenging Raheem Sterling. Sterling protects the ball and picks out Moises Caicedo. Chelsea now comfortable in possession, trying to make Brighton chase shadows. Then Robert Sanchez goes long. Lamptey underneath it, and his header goes out of play. It'll be a Chelsea throw-in on Chelsea's left wing, a couple of yards inside the Brighton half. Chilwell into Caicedo. Ugochukwu turns away from a couple of challenges. Finds Dizazi. Wide on the right is Cucurella. Along the byline, picks out Conor Gallagher. Gallagher, though, couldn't return the favour. Brighton do well, and Hinchelwood, in particular, does well to get away from a couple of challenges. Out to Estupinian. Lovely back heel flick into the path of João Pedro. And once again, Cucurella is in the way, making the challenge. Brighton throw, midway inside Chelsea territory. Igor getting forward. He's challenged, but the ball breaks for Estupinian. Right on the centre circle is Van Hecker. Wide he goes to Solly March. March is running at Chilwell. Gets to the edge of the area, puts the cross in. It's gone over everyone's head, and eventually will be picked up on the left wing by João Pedro. Infield, Pedro goes. Estupinian tries to stab one into the feet of Adam Lallana, but he can't bring it down. Cleared away by that man again, Cucurella. Ball pass this time from João Pedro, but Nicholas Jackson, who did come back onto the field, unable to pick out a teammate on the halfway line. 11 blue shirts behind the ball. Jan-Paul Van Hecker in possession. Just inside the Chelsea half. Gilmore now. Lamptey. This time he can play the forward pass to Solly March. Lovely turn from Billy Gilmore to get away from Ben Chilwell. Good crossing opportunity. Keeps it low. Turned away. Back to Gilmore. Tries to stand off away from Chilwell. Uses March. March from the byline, tries to drill it in, but it's straight to the feet of Caicedo, and Chelsea clear away. Sterling and Caicedo combining, but they run out of room. Relentless pressure at the moment from Brighton. They're not carving out too many opportunities. Still 7 minutes to be played of the 90. Cucurella plays it back to Sanchez. Sanchez tries to find Sterling, who goes down under the challenge of Tariq Lamptey, and it will be a Chelsea free kick to relieve some of that pressure. And there's still 6.5 minutes to be played. Free kick is just inside Chelsea's half. And the fresh legs of Sterling causing Lamptey 1 or 2 issues at the moment. Chelsea seem quite content grinding out this 1-0 win, potential 1-0 win. They've won themselves another throw. Welbeck's challenge on Dizazi goes out of play. Cucurella wants to get the ball moving forward. Can't pick out an option at the moment. His throw long. Stupinian was underneath it. Then Enzo Fernandez trying to pick up the second ball. Cleared only as far as Ben Chilwell. Chelsea tried to break down the left-hand side, but it's another ball that's overhit with Sterling, the intended target. Mauricio Pochettino just sat with his technical staff for the moment, just waiting for their next move. But for now, they want to keep things as they are, especially as they've won the ball high up the field again. Caicedo chips into the path of Gallagher, but he can't bring it down. Cucurella's arriving late and he challenges with Igor. No foul, says the referee. It's gone out of play. Stupinian comes across to take the throw. Back to Igor. Van Hecke receives it from Verbruggen. Short pass across to Igor. We're inside the last 5 minutes at Stamford Bridge. Over the top from Igor, looking for the run of João Pedro on the left wing. João Pedro will keep it in play. He's forced into the corner by Cucurella. Turns and looks for options. Tries to get past Cucurella on his own. Does so well. Gets the ball across and it's not turned in. Welbeck inside the 6-yard box. Couldn't get a clean strike on it. And the ball ricocheted back to João Pedro, who could only fire the ball into the side netting. And these clear chances for Brighton. No matter what route they try, nothing really is working out for them. It looks like João Pedro just managed to keep the ball in play. Not quite all of it went over the goal line. But he really had to fire the ball into Welbeck, and it was a difficult one for him to control. And then the chance was gone. Sanchez, I thought he was taking all the time he possibly could to get off to take the goal kick, I should say. But in fact, there will be a change for Chelsea, and the goal scorer, Nicholas Jackson, goes off on the far side of the field and will enjoy the applause of the Chelsea fans as he works his way around the pitch to the bench. Jackson goes off. He thought he had 2, but he just had to settle for the 1. But it's the 1 that's making the difference at the moment. Nicholas Jackson off, and replacing him is the Albanian striker Armando Broja. Back underway. Chilwell on the far side. Nice pass forward to Broja. Broja getting his first touches. Tries to skip away from Lamptey. Did he win the corner? Yes, he did. Good work from the man just introduced off the bench, Armando Broja. Suffered a cruciate ligament injury just before Christmas in what was a mid-season training game for Chelsea. Came off the bench against Aston Villa at the weekend, getting a few more minutes under his belt after 9 months on the sidelines. Born and raised in Slough, of course, like all good Albanian internationals. Corner then for Chelsea over on the far side. Plenty of bodies to aim for. Caicedo and Ugochukwu in there as well. But perhaps Chelsea might just try and keep this one in the corner. We're in the 89th minute. Over comes the corner, headed away at the near post. Back out to Chilwell. Now Sterling on the left-hand side. Uses Chilwell again. Tries to scamper away from Lallana. Now Enzo Fernandez tries the shot from nearly 30 yards out. It's well blocked. Forced to Conor Gallagher. Disasi's square to Colwill. Nice 20-yard ball forward across the floor to Ben Chilwell. Sterling involved again. Caicedo turns away from March. Just uses Colwill again. Get plenty of space now is Disasi. And all the way back to Sanchez they go. March putting Sanchez under a little bit of pressure, but no repeat of his mistake in the first half. One back though by Brighton, but they're struggling to venture forward at the moment. Lamptey forced back into his own half, uses Van Hecker. We are now in the final minutes of the 90. Brighton running out of time to keep their EFL Cup campaign alive. Ball chipped over the top. Picked up by Stupinian, who drills it across the 6-yard box. And it's going to go all the way out for a throw-in. I'm not really sure if that was a cross or a shot from purpose to Stupinian. He got to the edge of the 6-yard box, just fired it with his left foot. No one really in close quarters to try and turn that one in, which suggests he may have been going for goal, in which case it was a fairly poor effort from a Stupinian from quite close range. And a scratch of the head from Roberto De Zerbi, knowing that that may well be it. But he will be pleased to see that the fourth official has just put the board up, and it says 7 minutes to be added on. Without VAR interventions, of course. We have had plenty of substitutions. Injury to Jackson as well. 7 is a little more than I was expecting, I should say. Lamptey goes down under the challenge of Sterling. It'll be a free kick on the right wing. A good 50 yards from goal. Billy Gilmore over it. Aki goes to Igor. They move it from right to left Brighton as Stupinian picks it up. Forward to João Pedro. Tries to cut in field, and this time it's Gallagher who wins the ball back well. Fernandez. Forward to Breuer, and he's gone a little bit too early and the flag goes up. Had a very good view of that one, the assistant. Not that Breuer agrees with it, of course. And we're inside the second minute of the 7 that were added on. But for now, the referee is not too happy with somebody on the sidelines. It's Mauricio Pochettino who's going into the referee's notebook. Pochettino accepts his fate, gives the referee a little pat on the stomach. And the replay shows that Breuer may well have just been inside his own half when Fernandez played the ball through to him. So, perhaps despite his good view, the assistant referee did make a mistake there. But mistakes are made by human beings, that's the thing. No technology to help them out. Chilwell runs down a bit of a blind alley and loses out. Lamptey now. Caicedo to cover in the absence of Chilwell. Into Van Hecker, who's getting forward. Lallana at the edge of the box, chips into the area. Half cleared, it falls to João Pedro, who volleys just over. Head in hands from the Brazilian striker. Who knows, he should have done better with that one. Caught it so sweetly on the volley. But just like his big chance in the first half, it goes just over the crossbar. Lamptey's chip cross. Disasi's tried to header it away, but really his header only teed up João Pedro for the volley. He watched it all the way, he set himself, but he just got under the ball, João Pedro, and another chance goes begging late on for the Seagulls. Ben Chilwell is down, getting some treatment. Conor Gallagher receiving some instructions from his manager. Chilwell just getting to his feet. Picked up a bit of a knock when he lost possession to Billy Gilmore. Looks like Gilmore accidentally stepped on Chilwell's hand as he went to ground. Or it may have been a knee in the back of the head that caused Chilwell some concern, difficult to tell. Chilwell is off the field, but it seems like it will just be momentarily. Manchester City, the recent kings of this competition, are trailing 1-0 to last season's finalists. Newcastle United 1-0 up. Alexander Isak with the goal, just over 10 minutes to be played there. Cleared away by Sanchez. Gilmore pokes it through to Solly March. But Chelsea get enough numbers back and win possession. Van Hecken now tussling with Breuer after the ball over the top. Back to Verbruggen. Short to Igor Julio. Had to get rid of that one quickly. And it goes out of play. Igor really didn't want that one from his goalkeeper. Close to his own penalty spot, facing his own goal. Two Chelsea players bearing down on him, and he did well just to clear it out for a throw. It does look as if Ben Chilwell's evening may be up. No sign of a Chelsea man has come on to replace him. 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the 7 that were indicated still to be played. Lamptey trying to get out of a bit of a tight spot. He uses Gilmore, but he can only clear it up to Levi Colwill. Back to Sanchez now. Long clearance, looking for Raheem Sterling, but Estupinian gets the header in, manages to find his goalkeeper, who unleashes Hinchelwood. Hinchelwood wide, Estupinian again on the halfway line. Passing field to Igor. Chips one forward. Does well to pick out Gilmore, who's gone down as he releases Solly March. Play goes on as March goes down. Fired forward by Estupinian, looking for the run of Jack Hinchelwood, but Hinchelwood just couldn't reach it. Another one rolls on through for Robert Sanchez to gather. Chelsea, who won't play again until Monday night when they travel down the King's Road to play Fulham, finally scored their first and what looks to be their only goal of the whole month. Brighton's free scoring run comes to an end. They've scored 20 goals in all competitions before tonight, and Chelsea look like they're going to be the first team to keep a clean sheet against them. And Chelsea have got the ball exactly where they wanted, deep inside Brighton territory. Ugochukwu. Back to Colwill. Chips one down the flank. Cucurella picks it up. He feeds Armando Breuer. He's just working his way slowly towards the corner. There's little that Tariq Lamptey can do to stop him, apart from foul him. Cheers from Cucurella. Cheers from the Chelsea fans down in the corner. And the 7 minutes will be up by the time Chelsea take this free kick, which they're surely only going to keep in the corner. Raheem Sterling is the only man inside the penalty area. Just waiting for the signal from the referee. Enzo Fernandez and Armando Breuer over it. Fernandez takes it into the corner, protected by Armando Breuer. It has gone out of play, last off Fernandez. Perhaps one more chance for Brighton. Jan-Paul Van Hecker trying to take the throw in as quickly as he can. Gilmore lays it back to Van Hecker, who then completely slices his attempted ball forward. And it goes about 3 yards forward and out of play, and that sums up Brighton's evening. And Enzo Fernandez is going to take as many seconds off the clock, spinning the ball in his hand. Referee tells him to get on with things. He finds Armando Broja, and into the corner they go again. Van Hecke